Hello everyone, I'm using the same team as yesterday. I just had so much fun with it that I'm gonna try it again. Horrible lead, so we will be swapping out into our Berserker, going for the Iron Head. Now, this will hopefully grab a shield. No, they choose to let it go, and their Ninetales is one-shotted. They come in with Passimian. Now, Passimian is a very awkward Pokemon. I am seeing it a lot more. It's a very budget fighting type. But it will take down our Berserker. We have Alolan Ninetales, and these charms are just swapping out. They have a Galarian Weezing in the back, which is not very good. I mean, we can play out Galarian Weezing. It isn't the worst Pokemon to play up against, but it is quite annoying to, play. But they will be going for the Overheat, and this is quite good for us because then we can just go for the Shadow Ball, double shield it, and go for the Shadow Ball, and that should do some crazy damage. They go for the Overheat again, which now this Shadow Ball will definitely one-shot. They come back in with the Passimian, and they do have a move, but they go for the Close Combat, and Close Combat is like such a bad move. They just resign the match. Straight into the next one, our Annihilape into a Cryogonal. This is a very good Pokemon, but it's just like so hard counted nowadays with Annihilape everywhere, literally. Like, I don't run into Annihilape a lot because I've got a Charmeleon in the back, but I just see it all the time. Anyway, so I am gonna be going for the full farm down, and I get the full farm down, so that's very good. They swap out into Galarian Weezing, so we will be swapping out into our Berserker. One of the best Pokemon in the current meta. It just does so much damage. They swap out into a Drampa. Now, this is a Pokemon that I am trying to build for the Open Great League. You need 70,000 candies to do it. So I could just do it for the, one move with Fly. That actually might be a very good video. It might be my next video. But the Close Combat one-shots it, and they come back in with the Galarian Weezing. They will get to a move, but that is completely fine. For we have our Alolan Ninetales, or these charms are doing some sweet damage. They will get to another move, but our Alolan Ninetales can comfortably survive this. I mean, it's not comfortable, but it can survive it. We do have an Ice Punch loaded on our Annihilape, and this will nearly take it out, and I do believe they do get to another move, but this is just wasting all their energy, so it's completely fine. Our Alolan Ninetales can just farm them down. Straight into the next one. Our Annihilape into a Galarian Stunfisk. This is also another Pokemon that was super meta relevant, but it's just like so hard counted now with like Annihilape and all these. It's just so hard counted. So we will be going for the Ice Punch, and they swap out into a Charjabug. So we will be swapping out into our Alolan Ninetales. These charms are adding up so much. I love Alolan Ninetales. In the Master League and the Ultra League, charm users are just so useless because you can power them up so much. So they will get to the back-to-back discharges, and this gave me this kind of confused me. But anyway, so they will have another move loaded on the Galarian Stunfisk, but that is completely fine. We can just let it go through. It doesn't matter. We can just go for the Shadow Ball. I probably shouldn't have gone for the Shadow Ball, but doesn't really matter. They will have a Venusaur in the back, and that's why, to be honest, we still won this game, because we have Ice Punch loaded, and this will nearly knock out. We will swap out into a Berserker. For some reason, it glitched out. Oh man, that was sad. Anyway, they go for the Power Whip, but that's fine. We still have a shield to shield up the next one. That's fine. And we can just go for the full farm down. Yeah. Into the next one, our Annihilape into an Abomasnow. That is very good lead. They will be instantly swapping out into a Lilikoko. Yeah. And they will be going for the Scald. To be honest, Scald sounds like such a move that it should do super effective damage to Ice types, because it feels like it's melting ice, but it doesn't. So, yeah. Sadly, they will get to another move, but that's completely fine. They could have gotten for the full farm down, but they still went for the Scald. I don't know why. Anyway, we'll be coming back in with our Annihilape, and that just gets the full farm down. They will be coming in with a Sableye. I have a pretty good IV Shadow Sableye, and I don't really want to purify the Shadow Sableye for return. I could just use it for as its Shadow. It's not the best, but we will be over farming quite a bit, almost to 2 close combats. This close combat will grab a shield, so yeah. One thing I like about Berserker is sometimes people don't know that it can run close combat and they just not shield it, but they obviously just want to preserve health on their Abomasnow, and we get the close combat off with a bit of farm. They'll be coming back in with their Sableye, and this close combat will very one-shot it, but we'll snipe with the Annihilate. Now pick out a horrible lead. It's like, yeah, one of the worst, but they will swap out into a Monfernape. Now I have a very good Shadow that I'm building. With the Sinnoh right around the corner, it's just going to be so easy. But Monfernape is very bad. Now we can't come in with our Annihilate, so we're going to have to come in with our Alolan Ninetales. Now these things that they have are doing super effective, but we're also doing super effective, so we are almost able to like completely farm them down. Sadly, they will get to another Flamethrower, but that's fine. They'll come back in with the Azumarill. Now we will be swapping out into our Annihilate. We don't have any shields, so this is kind of a risky play. But Azumarills don't usually use Play Rough. They usually use like Hydro Pump. Yeah, Hydro Pump and like Blizzard. And so we will go for the full farm down. That's completely fine for us. And they'll come in with a what's it called? With a Decidueye, and the Shadow Ball literally just one-shots it. It's so cool. Now I'll pick up a very familiar lead, and yeah, it's just, and they're staying into this matchup. They will go for the Weather Ball, but that's completely fine. That's fine. We will almost be able to go for the full farm down, but they will make it to another Weather Ball before we farm down, so we will be using an Ice Punch. They'll come in with a Lapras, and that's kind of fine. If we let our Annihilate go, we will be fine because we have a close combat user in the back. Now they will catch the move onto their onto their Mantide, so that's very bad for us, but we'll be able to almost go for the close combat, but I do pivot to the Iron Head we overfarm a bit just for a little bit more damage and not resisted. Iron Head will grab the final shield, and we'll be able to make it to another close combat. And now that's perfect because close combat is just does so much damage, but it's resisted. But we will let our Berserker go because I mean it's done enough. So we will come in with our Alolan Ninetales, and we can almost go for the full farm down, but we know it's running Aerial Ace, and Aerial Ace is resisted, so it's fine. And they come in with their Lapras, and that's fine. We can go for the Weather Ball, but we lose CMP to this Lapras, so it's Skull Bash. I didn't know that thing could learn it. They do get the defense raise, and we are doing such bad damage, but we do kind of snap with our Annihilate. We will get to the full farm down, so that's fine. Haunter, which is horrible, but we are running Shadow Claw in our Berserker, and the Shadow Claws are really just like destroying it. And they bring in a Skarmory, and we will be going for the close combat. Now that does so much damage to the Skarmory. Even though it's neutral, it just does so much damage. They go for the Brave Bird, so we will get the full farm down, which is cool. They'll come in with a Wigglytuff, so we will be going for the close combat. This is neutral damage. I could have gone for the Iron Head, but they do shield in anyway, so it doesn't matter. We will come in with our Alolan Ninetales, and our Alolan Ninetales just has a little bit of a higher attack stat. Now they will get a Charm through, which is horrible. Now we will be swapping out into our Annihilate and almost sniping with our Annihilate, but they still have literally 1 HP. They are running Hyper Beam, that's very interesting. They're coming back in with the Haunter, but they have no shields, and we have a Shadow Ball loaded, so this is completely game over. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.